Hello, dear viewers, and welcome back to another gripping true story that will send chills down your spine. Today, we're diving into a haunting tale that's as heartbreaking as it is shocking, a story of survival, resilience, and the darkest corners of human nature. In September 2000, the lives of 14-year-old Katya and 17-year-old Lena, two ordinary girls from a small town in western Russia, were turned upside down. For agonizing years, they were held captive in a secret underground bunker, hidden away from the world. Who was the monster behind their imprisonment? Why did it take so long for anyone to find them? And, most importantly, did they ever escape the clutches of their captor? To uncover the answers to these questions, you'll need to watch this video until the very end. Before we begin, I want to remind you that creating content like this takes countless hours of research and dedication. Your support, liking, commenting, and subscribing keeps this channel alive and allows us to bring you more stories like this. So, hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications to join our community. Now, let's step into the shadows and uncover the terrifying truth of Katya and Lena's ordeal. Our story begins in a quiet, unassuming town in western Russia where life moves at a slower pace and everyone knows each other. It's September 2000, and 14-year-old Katya is living the life of a typical teenager, or so it seems. Katya is a bright, innocent girl who still finds joy in playing with her dolls and attending school. Her family is modest but content. Her mother works long hours as a sales clerk in a local store. Her father toils as a factory worker, and her older sister completes their tight-knit household. They're not wealthy, but they're happy, living a life free of major struggles. Katya's sheltered upbringing has left her blissfully unaware of the cruelty that exists in the world. She's never encountered true hardship or met someone with malicious intent, which makes her trusting, perhaps too trusting. Like many girls her age, Katya yearns to shed her little girl image and step into the exciting world of adolescence. So, when her sister's friend, 17-year-old Lena, invites her to a disco, Katya's heart races with excitement. It's her chance to feel grown up, to experience something new and thrilling. Lena, confident and outgoing 17-year-old, is one of Katya's sister's closest friends. The plan was for Katya's sister to join them at the disco. But when she's unavailable, Lena extends the invitation to Katya. For Katya, this is a golden opportunity, but there's a problem. Her parents would never allow their 14-year-old daughter to go to a disco. Knowing this, Katya tells a small lie, saying she's going for a walk, and sneaks out to meet Lena. The two girls head to the disco, buzzing with anticipation. The night is everything Katya dreamed it would be: music, lights, and the thrill of being in a grown-up space for the first time. They dance, laugh, and lose track of time. But as the clock strikes 10 p.m., reality sets in. It's time to head home. The girls make their way to a nearby bus stop, but the streets are crowded. A local celebration has drawn a large crowd, and the buses are packed, making it nearly impossible to get on one. As they wait, growing frustrated, a car pulls up beside them. Inside are two men who seem friendly enough. The driver, an older man with a reserved demeanor, introduces himself as Victor. Beside him is a younger man who calls himself Lisha, full of charm and quick with a joke. They offer to give the girls a ride home, explaining it would be faster than waiting for a bus in the chaos. Lena, eager to get home, accepts the offer without a second thought. Katya hesitates. She's been taught to be cautious, but she doesn't want to abandon her friend. Reluctantly, she climbs into the car, unaware that this single decision will plunge them into a nightmare from which there seems no escape. As the car pulls away, Lisha keeps the mood light, chatting and joking with the girls. He suggests a quick stop at a nearby store to grab some chocolate, a seemingly innocent idea. Katya and Lena, caught up in the moment, agree. At the store, Leisha buys chocolate and a bottle of alcohol. He asks if the girls want to join him. For a drink, Lena, caught up in the excitement, says yes. Katya, who has never touched alcohol before, is curious but nervous. When she tries a sip, she coughs, unaccustomed to the taste. Victor hands her a bottle of water to soothe her throat. What the girls don't know is that their drinks have been laced with sleeping pills. Within minutes, they start to feel weak, dizzy, and disoriented. Victor, calm and composed, says he needs to make a quick stop to visit his sister, but assures them he'll drop them off afterward. The girls, now too drowsy to argue, can only nod as the car veers onto a dark, unfamiliar road. The car stops in front of a house, and Victor carries a barely conscious Katya into the garage. There, in a moment that will haunt her forever, he orders her to undress. Terrified and confused, Katya refuses, but Victor's demeanor shifts. He threatens to unleash his dog on her if she doesn't comply. With no strength to fight back, Katya is forced to obey and is sexually assaulted. Afterward, Victor drags her to a hidden underground bunker beneath the house and locks her inside. Lena suffers the same horrific fate. Drugged and helpless, the girls fall into a deep sleep. When they awaken the next morning, they find themselves trapped in a small, locked room, the air heavy with the stench of confinement. They scream for help, bang on the walls, but their cries go unheard. The bunker is a fortress. Designed to keep them hidden from the world, Victor appears at the bunker's door, sliding through a small opening just enough food and water to keep them alive. He promises to let them go soon, but his words ring hollow. Days turn into weeks, then months, and the girls realize they're at the mercy of a monster. Victor visits regularly, taking one of them to a small room in the bunker where he subjects them to repeated sexual assaults. When they resist, he threatens to cut off their food, turn off the lights, or block the ventilation, leaving them to suffocate. The bunker becomes their tomb, a place where hope seems to wither with each passing day. The girls are forced to use a bucket as a toilet, which fills the space with a nauseating smell. They're given barely enough food to survive, and their bodies grow weak from malnutrition, desperate to escape. Katya and Lena spend their days plotting, but their resources are pitiful: a dull knife, a pot, and a small stove. They once try heating a pan to attack Victor, but he outsmarts them, and their failed attempt leads to brutal punishment. Victor warns that any further rebellion will result in him filling the bunker with concrete, ensuring their bodies would never be found. Faced with this terror, the girls have no choice but to comply with his depraved demands to survive. They live in constant fear, their bodies and spirits battered by the relentless abuse. As time drags on, the girls learn a shocking truth. Leisha, the charming young man, is actually Lena, a woman and Victor's accomplice. The bunker, they discover, is a meticulously crafted prison. Victor spent years digging it out beneath his garage, equipping it with a soundproof concrete vault door to muffle their screams. The girls are allowed to wash only once a month, leaving their bodies sticky and filthy. Victor occasionally brings small gifts: a comb, shampoo, an English learning book for Lena, a sketchbook, and crayons for Katya. These are mere tokens in a world of torment. Victor's past offers some insight into his monstrous actions. Now 50, he grew up in the same small town, working as a diligent factory worker. Known as a kind person in his youth, he was socially awkward and lacked confidence. He married young, but his wife left him after 3 months, and he never formed another serious relationship. His domineering mother controlled much of his life, and they lived together in a secluded village house. Perhaps her influence twisted his mind, leading him to construct the bunker over 3 years, designing it to hold captives for years. 6 months before abducting Katya and Lena, Victor attempted to kidnap another girl, but she escaped. Tragically, she didn't report him to the police. a decision that might have spared Katya and Lena. During their captivity, Lena becomes pregnant. Twice, she gives birth in horrific conditions with only Katya to assist her. Victor takes both babies, leaving them at apartment entrances. Katya, malnourished and underdeveloped due to the bunker's conditions, never becomes pregnant. As the years pass, Victor grows bored with the girls and sets his sights on a new victim. He brings a third bed to the bunker and forces Katya to help him prepare for another kidnapping. He plans to drug a student visiting to rent a room in his house. Sensing this might be their last chance, Katya and Lena devise a desperate plan. Katya writes a note and slips it into the student's bag during her visit. They pray she find it and alert someone. One day, as the girls sleep, they hear an unfamiliar voice in the bunker asking, "Are you okay?" Their heart sleep rescue has arrived. The student found the note and contacted the police, who stormed the house and free Katya and Lena after 4 years of unimaginable horror. Lena, 8 months pregnant at the time, is barely able to move. Victor and Alina are arrested. In court, Victor shamelessly claims, "I didn't kill them. I took care of them with my own money," as if expecting praise. He's sentenced to 17 years in prison, while Alina receives 5 years. Shockingly, Victor's mother, who lived in the house, claims she knew nothing and is released. Many speculate she may have known or even aided her son, but no evidence is found to convict her. After their release, Lena chooses not to search for her lost children. Her third pregnancy ends tragically, with the baby reportedly dying. She withdraws from the public eye, refusing media interviews, and later becomes an English teacher, never having more children. Katya, however, rebuilds her life with remarkable strength. She returns to school, marries, has 2 children, and writes a book titled Confessions of a Dungeon Prisoner, sharing her story with the world. Years later, Victor is released from prison and, in a chilling interview, makes vile jokes about his crimes, showing no remorse. This harrowing tale of survival ends here, but the scars of those 4 years will linger forever. If you've made it this far, thank you for watching. Please show your support by liking, commenting, and subscribing. Turn on notifications so you don't miss our next video. Until then, stay safe, and we'll see you in the next one.